Hello, YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to cover on what I believe would be the 30th of January 2018. I'm definitely going to clear up what may or may not be some misunderstanding with what I've been saying since October 2017. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if it's a misunderstanding or they're trying to twist my words, but Williamson County, I guess, thinks I want special treatment, or I guess given, not, they didn't exactly say, but power. Like, I have authority over something. Uh, oh man, allergies, huh? But no, I've never said that. They've also tried to put words in my mouth to, as if I want money from the county. Why would I be saying I want to, oh man, erase, well, not really erase, but alleviate the county from the debt that has been put on the citizens by the commissioner's court? Why would I then want money? Why would I want money before that? And I'm not, I don't want a dime from the county. I don't want a dime from any citizen. It's sort of like teach a man to fish. I know how the fish behave. I know where they are. I just need a fishing pole. I don't know how to use a fishing pole. I don't know how to make a fishing pole, but the county does. The state does. The United States does. And that's what I'm attempting to do. You know, I wouldn't say it's exactly a pro quo, but um, definitely a symbiotic relationship, at least for the moment, is what I'm seeking. Uh, yeah, they attempted to get me to divulge my idea fully, and it's with the not only corruption but power normally held by the county or anyone that works for it has. They could easily take my idea, say it's their own, and who is going to believe a lowly citizen? But last Wednesday, so 25th of January 2018, man, what a meeting that was. I found out that the goal, they act like it's written somewhere. Now, I do believe it's one big master plan somewhere, but I don't know if it's exactly written for the public to view. But they clearly plan on having three, four or so m- mega metropolises. I hate to reference movies, but it really seems like they're. If you see the movie Dread with, what was it, Carl Urban? Anyway, the last Dread movie is just called Dread. And you see the beginning, all right? There's just mega city. That seems to be where they're wanting us to be pushed. It's these, colossal cities that rival anything that we currently have. And I'm believing the way construction is being handled as I see it, like physically see it, Williamson County is going to be the center of one, or very near the center. But it's going to be so much bigger than Williamson County. And just, they're, they try to tell me that, oh, this is what people want. They want this, which is what normally would work on somebody who has been BS'd almost their entire life. It's to trigger the, oh well, If everybody wants it, then who am I to say different? But everybody wants it. There's people that love construction. Only people that like construction are the people doing it because that pays the bills. You know, if I was still in the military and the U.S. military was dismantled, like no more U.S. military, well, I chose that job, and now I don't have one. If that were to happen, say, they chose your job. Those are the risks, and he just kept saying, "Well, that's what people want. These roads were overwhelmingly voted for." I don't know if it's voted strictly by the county or voted for by Texas citizens as a whole, but if the way they described the number of votes happened, then why aren't these roads being used? They're telling me the toll road is a success. It's not a success. 35 is usually quicker, only to very specific spots, but that's how they do it. This is how it's being done in plain sight, and no one looks for anything in plain sight. All right, they put a road in the middle of nowhere where there's very few people to object. That road put the citizens in debt. Then they say, all right, to alleviate this debt, we have to put buildings, other housing, uh, basically build a city around the road. You know, business, whether it's supermarkets, shopping centers, what have you. All right, but then you still have more debt because uh, those businesses have tax exemptions, tax rebates, and somebody somewhere has to come paying for those taxes, and that's the citizens again. That's why there's so many WalMarts, is because they're not paying the taxes. That's why Amazon's doing what it's doing. Look at the reports about Amazon, at least at the time of this recording, second headquarters. They're looking at giving them 10 years in tax rebates. That's essentially standard at this point in time. 10 years, no taxes. Well, somebody has to pay those taxes, and that's on citizens. And it's just a vicious cycle. And it's nothing more than terrain denial on citizens. And they're telling people, I'm gonna bet I'm not the first one, that, well, everybody wants it. I don't think everybody knows what you're getting into. All right, from Monsanto, a mega farm, I think, I don't know, conglomerate, corporation, what have you, whatever it is, whatever Monsanto is, and regardless of what you think about them, from their very mouths, they're saying even with their capability, it won't be enough food to feed people. So you're building all these cities. You're creating new city, new houses, and typically what's done is, oh, a couple goes, all right, well, we have an apartment, or we're living with a family member. Well, now we have our new house. Wow, look at the room that we have. There's so much space in this house. Let's have another kid. Then when that first kid, they came to the house with leaves, they have yet another kid. It, it, there's no point where it's not manipulation. And then, the more cars on the road, the more accidents that are going to happen. Not necessarily just drunk drivers, negligence. So that house eventually has 2, 3 cars. So that's another 2 cars on the road that came to the place in the first, originally. And I really believe crime is a percentage game. All right, but the more people you pack in, the more crime there's going to be. They tell people, well, there's so many jobs. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, this is God's country. Then why are you destroying it? It's a gift from God, and you're destroying it. Wow. I mean, thankfully, God isn't going to take back the gift of free will. You know, it's so beautiful. Everyone says that. It's so beautiful. Yeah, we understand. More people, more wrecks, but what are we going to do? Put up a wall? Which, thank you very much, President Trump. Ever since he started that wall business, everybody's been saying, oh, well, that's what you want, Red. You want us to put up a wall. No, I don't. I don't want our lives destroyed. I don't want farms paved because mega farms, they're not going to be able to feed all of us. You're going to need the little guys' farms that you're paving to put houses, buildings. You know, what costs more to the taxpayers? Trees and grass or a building and pavement? And each one of them of Williamson County that I've talked to that works directly for the county goes, oh, yeah, you know, I know, I see it. I'm right there with you. Oh, we're so buddy buddy. We're right there with you. No, you're not. Which goes back to you didn't see what I saw. You didn't hear what I heard. If you did, you wouldn't be doing it. It's, because, all right, fine. That's what, all this construction, paving the farms, it's what everybody wants. It's their right of private property. Once the area's bought, well, who's to say what they do with their property? As long as they follow this and that laws. Well, again, that's how they're getting away with it. That's how construction companies are getting away with it. They're buying the property, becomes personal property, then it's subdivided. Well, here's the kicker. They need permission to subdivide that. Because in the end, after taxes, they aren't paying a dime. Citizens are paying the dime for that land destruction. It's almost like one giant joke. But again, it's what everybody wants. And when everybody hears it's what everybody wants, they just deal with it. They put up with it. But the joke is, all right, fine. Most of the area, people have, maybe 2 acres, an acre, half acre, quarter acre. If they don't live in an apartment. But those who have, grass, tree, and dirt, whether it's 2 acres, quarter acre, what have you, somebody's going to come around and go, wow, if we consolidate all of this, we're going to have another thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands of acres that we can do something with. And they're going to put more buildings, and it's going to be apartments. And that's how you get to mega cities, as in the movie Judge Dredd. Or I guess it's Dredd. All right? Who wants to live in that? No one really wants to live in that. But they believe everybody else does, and it's a human reaction to fall in line, to I guess go with the flow. Don't cause a stink. I'm here to cause a stink. Because I really don't think anybody really wants to live like that. They don't want their kids living like that. Do you want to talk to, describe trees to your kids? Grass? And how the fresh air smelled? Because there's no more fresh air? On how, for the most part, most people really didn't have to worry about food. I know currently in my time, there's a good chunk of people, millions, billions, that have food problems in some degree, whether it's no food or have a hard time affording food. But the people that are perpetuating this, willingly or not, they don't have to worry about food. But if this continues, they're going to have to explain to their kids, grandkids, possibly great grandkids, of, man, I could just go to a store, buy food, come home, cook it, and eat it. Not spend $10 on a pint of milk, if there's even milk left. You know, in the way in between that time and this time, all right, the more forest, jungle, and what have you that's get torn down, those animals that lived in those trees, in those bushes, are going to be in what now is a human environment. More wrecks, more due to, at least my area, deer. More people are going to run over skunks. Who wants to do that? Their car smells for weeks. You know, are they so sure? They they say they're not, but they act like they are. That they themselves, their kids, grandkids, other loved ones aren't going to get in a wreck just due to deer because of the construction. And every one of them again says, "Oh yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, it increases, but I'm not so confident." Then you don't want it. Then why are you perpetuating it? Because there's something there. They want these mega cities. And then what do? What happened Wednesday, the 25th, for me? They try to turn my service against me. Tell me what I fought for. Why I fought. I bet if I mentioned my dad in the commissioner's court for whatever reason, referencing something he said, he did, what have you, they would go, "Well, do you think this is what your dad would want? Are you fucking kidding me?" I mean, are fucking low blows. It's use whatever they can to turn people against themselves. I know what they were trying to do Wednesday. Reinforce what I've been told already, that people want it. And another goal they had Wednesday was to get me to just curl up in an emotional ball so I don't show up anymore. Because that's what people want. All this stuff is what people want. It's, man, I tell you, it's awful. I don't know what more I can say about it. You know, there's so much more land is going to be destroyed. It's unbelievable. And we're not going to have food. We're not going to have energy. And like I said, I believe in my last video, the best estimates, my immediate area, and the U.S. as a whole, is a decade before everything crumbles of irreparable damage. And in fact, we have less than a decade. Because there's going to be a point of no return. Maybe that's 9.5 years. Maybe it's 5 years. But 10 years, there's almost a guaranteed collapse. But there's a point of no return. And whenever that happens, that is definitely going to be too late. Hell, it might be 9 years and 364 days. I don't know. But I'm acting as if every day is the last day for the point of no return. As long as I draw breath, I'm going to be there every Tuesday. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching.